Hi everybody, today is the Feast of the Sacred Heart of Jesus and I've worn a nice red shirt to match the occasion. We're reflecting on Matthew chapter 11 verse 25 to 30. The Feast of the Sacred Heart of Jesus goes back to the 11th century and presents the love of God symbolized by the very heart of Jesus. This feast was first celebrated liturgically in France in 1670 as a consequence of the revelations to St. Mary Margaret Alacoque. In 1856, Pope Pius IX established the feast and added an octave, which was later dropped during the 1955 liturgical reforms of the Church. Since 2002, this feast has also been celebrated as a day of prayer for the sanctification of priests, and in 2009, the year of the priesthood, it began being implemented. The heart is traditionally accepted as the seat of love. In celebrating Jesus' Sacred Heart, we are celebrating the great love that Jesus had, a love that he received from his Father and for which he gave thanks for. It is this love that Jesus shares with us and willingly walks to the cross out of love for us. When we look at the heart of Jesus, we see that it is a heart of thanksgiving. The opening lines of today's Gospel reflect the gratitude for God, for he has revealed Jesus to the simple of heart. However, wise and intelligent people like the Pharisees are shut out from such a revelation, not because God chose to, but more because they choose to rather rely on their learning. What is it that God revealed? God revealed that Jesus has been handed all things, and the unique knowledge of the Son or the Father is given only by the Son to whom he chooses. Jesus is the exclusive revelation of the Father. The heart of Jesus also reveals a compassionate Savior. Jesus says, "Come to me, all you who labor and are overburdened. Shoulder my yoke, learn from me, for I am meek and humble of heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." At first glance, there may be nothing compassionate sounding in this invitation, especially to one who is already burdened. It is in understanding the example of Jesus that we understand his heart. In shouldering his yoke, Jesus does not seek to overburden us, but that in walking with him, we learn from the Master himself. Jesus, who learnt his trade of carpentry from his Father, was most certainly familiar with the making of yokes. If a yoke was to be made, the bullock was brought to the carpenter, who measured the bullock. The carpenter would then fashion a yoke to the measurements of the bullock. Then, like a bespoke suit, the bullock was brought back after the first shaping of the yoke was completed to see if it fit well. After finishing touches, the yoke was delivered. The Feast of the Sacred Heart reveals not only the compassionate heart of the Father as revealed to us by Jesus, but also his heart of compassion. The etymology of this word compassion helps us understand the heart of Jesus. It came from a Latin word, compassionem, meaning to suffer together. The Feast of the Sacred Heart of Jesus is an invitation not merely to adore his heart, but to live the revelation of a compassionate God. I thank you for watching these videos, and if you haven't as yet done so, do subscribe. God bless.